purchase consideration received by old firm from purchasing firm. The purchasing company decide the amount of value of old farm. Whenever we have to go to the any particular market and we want to buy vegetables, we want to buy any particular goods, that time we will take the goods and we will give the certain amount of money. It is accepted by the both. It is accepted by the buyer also, seller also. Such amount we have to pay there. The same way in the amalgamation also, vendor firm and the purchasing firm both are accepted. Vendor firm is the seller firm. Vendor firm means the old firm. They accepted, they will take certain amount, and because of the certain amount, you can acquire my business. You can purchase my business. Purchasing company purchase their business, and purchasing company give the consideration, and such consideration is called as a purchase consideration. Now today we are going to discuss this purchase consideration, how they will calculate. There are certain rules, and that rules we have to study today. Purchase consideration, how we will calculate. Now friends, whenever we have to talk about the purchase consideration is the amount payable by the purchasing company to the vendor firm for taking over its business. That you know that we have studied. Now it is the calculated as follows, and there are various kinds of methods. Now in our syllabus, we are going to learn two methods. We are going to learn two methods. First is net asset method. Purchase consideration we will calculate by using net asset method. Now, under this method, purchase consideration is value of new asset agreed to taken over by new firm. It means if the assets and liabilities taken over by purchasing firm, so it is this whatever value calculated, it is considered as a purchase consideration. Now, how we will calculate? It is very important. See, friends, statement of purchase consideration. Which method we have to use? We will use net asset method. Now, first agreed value of asset, or we can say that, or book value. Book value. Book value, it is a balance sheet value. Agreed value, it means purchasing firm agree for payment of such value of asset. So we have to consider agreed value or book value, which is whichever is better. So whichever is better means generally they will consider agreed value. The agreed value we will consider. Book value is there, agreed value is there. Which value we have to consider the agreed value? If the agreed value is not there, then we have to consider book value. Both the values are there, agreed value and book value. So we have to consider agreed value. If agreed value is not there, book value is there, then we have to consider book value. If the book value is not there, agreed value is there, so we have to consider agreed value. Both are there, we have to consider agreed value. Whenever the both are there, both the values are there, we have to consider agreed value. These things you have to keep in mind. Now, under this, we have to consider goodwill, plant and machinery, land and building, stock, cash and bank balances. Debtors, unrecorded asset taken over, and rebate on creditors. Rebate means discount. Rebate means the discount on creditors. This particular amount of asset taken over at agreed value or book value we have to consider. Then friends, we have to deduct agreed value of liabilities taken over. Those liabilities which is taken over by the purchasing firm, such liabilities we have to deduct it from this asset. So now what kinds of liability will be there? Sundry creditors, bills payable, outstanding expenses, unrecorded liabilities, and reserve for doubtful debts on debtors. Also, we have to consider the total assets. This total assets, we can say that it is uh, a part. Total asset, we can say that it is a part. And then after that, we can say that total liabilities. Total liabilities. The total assets and total liabilities. Okay, fine. So these are total of asset. These are total of the assets, and from this total of liabilities. Now total A minus B. A minus B. So whatever amount come, it is considered as a purchase consideration. It is considered as a purchase consideration. So I hope you understood. And which method we have to apply? We have to apply net asset method. Under net asset method, we have to consider all asset taken over at agreed value or book value less agreed value of liabilities taken over. The total assets minus total liabilities, whatever amount come, it is considered as a purchase consideration. And purchase consideration, we will record it, and there, it is a very important item in our amalgamation. Without purchase consideration, we cannot solve any amalgamation problem. We cannot solve. Your answer will be directly put as a zero because of the you are not calculating the purchase consideration. If you are not calculate, you will get 0 marks. These things you have to keep in mind. Now, purchase consideration value we have to show in our journal entries. Purchasing from account debit to realization account, and we have to show the value of purchase consideration by using net asset method. By using net asset method. Okay, I hope you understood what is going on. Now, friends, there are one more method is there, that is a lump sum method. The term lump sum, lump sum is whole amount, full amount. Under this method, purchase consideration is directly given in the problem without any calculation. For example, this is purchase consideration rupees 1 lakh. No need to calculate anything. It is a 1 lakh. It is called as a lump sum method. It means purchasing company and vendor company both are agree one particular amount. You can take my business and you have to pay 1 lakh rupees. If you give 1 lakh rupees, we can take my business. So these are particular condition, and it is accepted by the purchasing company, and this condition is accepted by the vendor company. Both are accepted. no need to calculate purchase consideration by using net asset method, and directly they can sold their business. So these are particular, we can say, lump sum method also applicable sometime in our problem. No need to calculate purchase consideration, directly they will give lump purchase consideration value. It is called as a lump sum method. Okay, I hope you understood what is going on. Then after that, old firm books of record, what kinds of journal entries they will pass. This journal entries we have discussed in our last lecture. You know that what kind of journal entries are there. And now friends, I want to announce to you just 1 hour before TY become result declared, and this particular result TY become semester 5, and result is declared, and around 95% students pass in TY become. 95% students pass in TY become. It is a good result, and many students score 100 out of 100 in accountancy and direct and indirect taxes. Many students, because accountancy is one of the subject you can score 100 out of 100, and you have a good opportunity to score 100 out of 100. But only thing is there, whatever we study, that you should study properly. Whatever we learn, you should regularly study. You will get maximum marks. Many students are asking me, many students are uh, chatting me regarding these particular marks, and they are interested to do MCOM also. In our college, we have a MCOM, and I'm their coordinator, and we are taking the admission of the MCOM students also. So these are particular, accountancy is one of the major area, and you can score good marks, and it is good for your career purpose. So think positively and start study right now. Now, friends, multiple choice questions. What happened? Why I am sharing this multiple choice question? Because what happened? This TY become exam they conducted by using multiple choice. Online exams they conducted, and are you aware about? I took last week one multiple choice question exam. You know that, and I consider only one module, that was it was for final account module, and on that basis you attempt that exam. Most probably, I will I will arrange one more multiple choice exam in next week, and our new module is piecemeal distribution. Next module we will consider piecemeal distribution. That time you have to appear this exam and see that whether your study is properly on track or not. And then after that, maybe university will announce the exams of the semester third. Maybe next month they will announce the uh, timetable also. So you should prepare yourself right now. Okay, fine. Now, friends, whenever we will talk about this uh, multiple choice, amalgamation is, so answer is it is a merger of business. Purchase consideration is the amount payable by new firm to old firm, payable by old firm to partner, payable by one firm to, answer is A, payable by new firm to old firm. Assets are transferred to realization account is book value, market value, cost, none of the above. Answer is book value. These things you have to keep in mind. Whenever the asset is transferred to realization account, always we have to consider book value. Whenever the asset is recorded under piece purchase consideration, we have to consider book value and aggregate value. Excess of the credit over a debit of realization account is excess of credit over a debit side, credit side over a debit side. It is a profit on realization. Liabilities assumed by partners are liabilities assumed by partners are means any liabilities assumed by partners are debited to realization account, debited to revaluation account, debited to partners capital account. So it is liabilities assumed by partner are it is debited to partners capital account. Then realization expenses are it is also debited to realize it is a realization expenses are debited to realization account. See friends, such kinds of question may become in exam. Take over of the assets by partner is debited to it is debited to partner's capital account. Excess of net asset over a purchase consideration. Excess of net asset over a purchase consideration is called as a capital reserve. How it will come that we will discuss. Goodwill written off is debited to it's debited to partners capital account. Profit or loss realized and distributed among the partner in profit sharing ratio. Purchase consideration is calculated. Net payment method, net asset method. It is calculate net asset method. Okay. Amalgamation deals with by accounting standard 14. Amalgamation relation account is opened in the books of purchasing firm, vendor firm, both or none. It is prepared under vendor firm. It is prepared under in the books of vendor firm. On amalgamation, goodwill of the both the firm is on amalgamation, goodwill of the both the firm is ignored. It should be ignored. It is not considered. Okay, friends. So we studied here 14 multiple choice questions, and we have discussed today how to calculate purchase consideration and which method we have to apply, net asset method or lump sum method. So what you have to do right now, only discussing and without writing, it's not good for you. What you have to do, you have to use the YouTube video and write all the details regarding calculation of the purchase consideration.
पुढे
So
जाऊच
these
नका हेच
details
खेळ कर
you
म्हणे
have to put in your notebook. Write on your notebook about this purchase consideration. And sometime up to this you have to write. Sometime they may be asked the short note question, right? Short note on purchase consideration. So you should know about these things. These things you have to keep in mind. Okay. Uh,
दादा आवाज नाही येत आहे
So
तुमचं.
voice is not coming.
am I audible?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
What you have to do right now because of the voice problems? Uh, you have to do this put a short note. YouTube वरती जाऊन हे पर्चेस कन्सिडरेशनची शॉर्ट नोट लिहून काढावं इथपर्यंत सेकंड मेथड. आणि त्यानंतर तुम्ही काय करा, आता मी मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चन्स दिले होते ते सुद्धा वहीमध्ये लिहून काढा, कारण एक्झाम मध्ये मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चन्स येतील. आणि एक्झाम मल्टिपल चॉईसने पण होऊ शकते, फक्त मल्टिपल चॉईस. आत्ताच 10वीचा रिझल्ट होऊन TYचा रिझल्ट लागलाय, 95% रिझल्ट आलाय, त्याच्यामध्ये फक्त मल्टिपल चॉईस होते. त्यामुळे ऑल मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चन्स यू हॅव टू राईट. डोंट राईट द ऑप्शन्स डायरेक्टली, यू हॅव टू राईट द question and answers. Okay, this putting, but you have to use the YouTube and study or write on this everything on your notebook. काल मी दिलेलं जनरल एंट्री तुम्ही वहीत लिहिल्या असतील, किती जणांनी लिहिल्या ते मला माहित नाही. ज्यांना स्टडी करायचं त्यांनी लिहिल्या असतील, ज्यांना स्टडी नाही करायचं त्यांनी लिहिलेल्या नसतील. तर हे सगळं करून ठेवा, कारण आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करायचे. यू हॅव टू सॉल्व्ह द प्रॉब्लेम्स, अँड फॉर दॅट पर्पज यू शुड नो अबाउट द पर्चेस कन्सिडरेशन, यू शुड नो अबाउट द जनरल एंट्रीज अँड दिस मल्टिपल चॉईस. सडनली युनिव्हर्सिटीने सांगितलं का मल्टिपल चॉईस घेऊनच एक्झाम कंडक्ट करा, तर यू शुड नो अबाउट दिस. ओके फाईन. तर मी इथे स्टॉप करतो. यू हॅव टू डू, मी अराउंड 15 ते 20 मिनिटानंतर तुमच्या यूट्यूबवरती त्याची लिंक पाठवतो आणि तुम्ही ते सर्व नोट्स तुमच्या वहीमध्ये लिहून काढा. ओके, दिस इनफ. ओके
Okay, sir. Good
ओके,
night.
गुड